Hi, I'm Karen. We're here at Montevilla Sewing Center, and today we're talking about the Pfaff Quilt Expression 720. In this video, I'm going to show you the settings menu. Now, to start with, right up here on the screen, if you push this little button here, that gets you into the settings menu. There's three different places in the settings menu. I'll start you out right here. This one has to do with the software that's in your machine currently. Later on, you might be able to get some more updates, and that's part of what the USB port is on the side here. But it tells it what software you have right there. Okay, let's start up here. Right here, we have the language that you prefer. It's right on English. Audio repeat. Now that has to do with little pop-ups and warnings that come. If you select that, that means it's going to every now and then give you another repeat of that pop-up to remind you that you need to take care of whatever. I usually like to just leave that off because I pay attention to it the first time. Lock screen. Now that's a nice one if you have a large project like a quilt or something that's big, and as you're moving it around, maybe it brushes against the screen. When you lock that screen, all it does is it keeps it from other buttons from being touched. Okay, you just need to touch one place in order to unlock the screen. But I'm going to leave it off for now. Calibrate touchscreen. Now I'm going to show you how that works. If you look up here, you can see that little dot, those little crosshairs. We want to touch right in the middle of those crosshairs, and right here. So that's what touchscreen calibration does. The reason why you might need to do touchscreen calibration is if you notice when you push, say, a particular stitch and it's selecting the stitch next to it, that means you need to go through the touchscreen calibration. This is an easy way for you to recalibrate your screen yourself. Okay, and then the needle plate sensor. Now, right here, I have the needle plate off so that you can see what the sensor looks like. That's this little guy right here. This will be pressed down if you use the straight stitch needle plate. Now, straight stitch needle plate has just a single hole in the middle there. So the needle plate will press down on that when you have that. That's as long as you have this on. Now, if you turn this off, the machine will not, this will not operate. The machine will it'd be oblivious as to whether you have this on or not. I like to have this on just to be on the safe side. Now, your regular needle plate, the one that has the zigzag, has this little hole here, and that makes room for this little sensor. So it's kind of the difference between these two. So it's a nice feature to have a sensor to tell you which needle plate you have on. Okay, now go down here. Twin needle. Now, if you use a twin needle, and twin needles can look like this or like this, you can see there's a difference between the width of this one as opposed to the width of this one. If you choose twin needle, you've got the option of having either a 2 millimeter or an 8 millimeter, or turn it off like that. So what that does is it tells the machine how wide of a zigzag you can do if you choose a decorative stitch, how wide that stitch can be based on the size of needle width that you have chosen. So that's a really nice feature. Now, if you have this on, it makes it so you can't do what's called stitch width safety. So the twin needle and stitch width safety are mutually exclusive. Now, stitch width safety, when you have that on, you cannot do the twin needle. What that means is you're going to just be able to do a straight stitch. So that's why they're mutually exclusive. I'm going to turn that off for now. Presser foot pressure. Now, on some machines, you have a dial on the side. Well, instead of a dial on the side, the presser foot pressure determines how tightly the presser foot's pushing against the fabric. Here, you have it in the settings, so you can change that to make it higher or lower. And then once you've changed it, push OK. Automatic presser foot lift, if you have that on, let's say you have your needle down position. If you have that on, when you come to a stop, the needle will be down in the fabric and it'll raise up a little bit. Really nice for pivoting your fabric. If you have it off, when you come to a stop with the needle down position, it will just stop with the presser foot all the way down. I like to have it on. It's a nice little feature. And then thread snips for sewing. That's another automatic thing that certain stitches have, where for buttonholes, for instance, have an automatic thread snip at the end. You can turn that off. I like it for buttonholes because I like to make buttonhole after buttonhole without having to cut the threads each time. So this is a nice feature to have. So once you're all done, just push OK, and it puts you back to your home screen there. So that's your settings on your Pfaff Quilt Expression 720. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, and it's been helpful, give us a thumbs up. And if you have comments or questions, you can leave those in the area down below. We have lots of other videos here on our Montevilla YouTube channel, so keep watching. Thanks for watching today. Bye-bye.